Push the weight and no flex. Flex alive is more than the six. If it's the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Let's bleed. I ain't gonna be on here long. I know I'm about to go to the gym. I ain't gonna be here long. But you know, I keep reading this foolishness from you fair-weathered fans. You guys are disgusting, and I'm gonna put you on blast. And time reveals all truth, and the lie's nothing but the long way to the truth. And I told y'all it's gonna take a tragedy for y'all to say something, and it's gonna be what I've been saying the entire time. And I'm gonna stand on this. The majority of you do not reserve the right to say rest in peace to Prichard Cologne. You don't deserve it. And if he was alive, he'd tell you, hey man, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. We do this roll call real quick. I want to get to the smoke. My brother, welcome down Van Howder. Salute to you, my brother. Salute. Fist of the Black Star, Dion next up. 4-ounce Sniper, G. McCall, Rod Neal, Chilltown, Andrew 100, Brother Reef, Eden, Anthony, what up? Smash the like button, share the video. Let's get to it. First and foremost, let me say this. Again, condolences to the family of Prichard Cologne, his family, his friends, his true supporters, to him. Condolences. Snoop, what up? And what I'm going to say, I don't care how y'all take this. I know the sport. I've sparred a bunch of rounds. Never went amateur, never went pro, but I've sparred a bunch of rounds. Laws, what up? And I went back and watched the fight twice. I'm gonna say this, and I don't care. What I do remember is Prichard was supposed to be next up. The next big thing out of Puerto Rico. And, you know, I don't mind that at all. No smoke, salute. Yep. And, look, man, he was a good kid. But when was the last time y'all watched that fight with him and Terrell Williams? Y'all made me go look at it again. Now I'm going to say this. Were they rabbit punches? Yeah. Rich, what up? They were. You know what else I saw? I saw Terrell making that fight rough. And I also saw Prichard get put in a blender that you can tell he wasn't used to. In other words, Terrell was making that fight ugly. And what happens is, I saw Prichard trying to roll with punches, but he was turning his head and getting hit. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Now, y'all might not like that, but I'm telling you what I saw. I watched it twice. I'm like, oh man, your corner's supposed to tell you, stop rolling in that direction. He's catching the back of the head. That's for your safety, man. The ref didn't do much. Joseph Cooper right there on the right. And the corner didn't help matters because Prichard kept rolling in the same direction. Go watch it. Go watch it. Now, if you feel the fight was supposed to get stopped, fine. Fine. But I'm reading people saying that Joseph Cooper, the referee, and Terrell Williams should be charged with murder? Are y'all serious? I told y'all this was going to happen. And to be honest, I wasn't thinking Prichard was going to pass away like this. But to try and put y'all in a frame of mind in all things being equal, how many times did I bring up what happened to Miguel Cotto? And how it wasn't right? And how it's unfortunate that Margarito was never officially caught, because if you look at the box rec, it says Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito, Miguel Cotto TKO loss, round 11. That's what it says. And we didn't know what we was watching all the way until he tried to cheat Shane Mosley, and that's what made us double back. Do y'all remember when I had Kermit Cintron on my show? Do y'all remember that? And he said, nah, that guy cheated me 2 times. I believe him. I believe him 100%. I believe Kermit Cintron. And I told y'all, listen, if Kermit beats if Kermit beats Margarito, what was supposed to happen was Cotto and Cintron were supposed to meet on the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade at Madison Square Garden, 2 Puerto Rican fighters. And Kermit was a beast up until that moment. And Margarito single-handedly messed it up because I believe he cheated him. Y'all don't recall me saying things like that? Y'all don't recall that, do you? You only recall it when I speak up for a fighter that I support. You don't hear me support Miguel Cotto. You don't hear me when I say once upon a time I used to support Canelo Alvarez. You only get a little annoyed. My brother Town Bears, I spoke to my brother this morning about this fight. You only get a little annoyed when I stick up for a fighter that so happens to be the same ethnicity or color as me. You throw everything out. I said Miguel Cotto has 2 losses on his record that should not be there. Everyone says Miguel and Margarito was a robbery, not according to box rec. And I said, although I think he cheated, Margarito was never caught. He got caught versus Shane Mosley, which made us spin the block. And then shout out to Trick Nolte, but Kermit Cintron was on my show, and he said, no, that guy cheated me twice. Go look at it. Go look at that fight since we're looking at fights again. When Margarito hit him with a body shot and Kermit was rolling around like a child, like a child. Chad Does, what up? I was like, man, either this guy has Ivan Drago power or I don't know what this is. Thank you, No Smoke. Cotto versus Mayweather Jr. should have been a battle of undefeated fighters. And when I say he has 2 losses that shouldn't be there, people start scratching their head like, well, what fight do you mean? Canelo? No. Manny Pacquiao. 88, what up? Manny Pacquiao. In what universe do you have the welterweight championship, but you're made to come in at 145 pounds on fight night because the other guy's popular? And he did it. Nobody want to talk about that? I have. I brought it up a bunch of times. I said, man, this ain't right. This ain't right. Y'all don't remember that, though. I'm always race baiting, though, right? Y'all don't remember me having Kermit Cintron and bringing that up. Y'all don't remember that. Y'all don't remember you saying, hey, man, I hung in there with Canelo Alvarez up until I couldn't anymore. Y'all don't remember any of that? Nothing? Canelo, Cotto, y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't hear me? Cintron, y'all don't hear me? Oh, but when I talk about the injustice done to Deontay Wilder, all of a sudden I'm racist. When I stick up for Devin Haney, all of a sudden I'm race baiting. Ain't that right? This fight was in 2016, and nobody was talking about it. It happened. It was unfortunate. And I never watched it again once I found out what happened to him. I just didn't go back because I don't like watching that. And when I say, like, hey, man, after Wilder Fury 2, the dude clearly took padding out of his damn gloves, man. Quiet Storm, salute. Nicholas, what up? Eric, oh, salute. It was clear. Flesh torn out of his ear. His own trainer and coach was compromised. That's a fact. Y'all said stop whining. He just lost. But when I say who's Daniel Kinahan, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know nothing, though, right? When Tay Jones says, yo, Deontay was walking weird on the way to the ring, he said he was trying to shake his leg out and kicked him. When that helmet came off, I looked at him. I said, what the fuck's wrong with him? And I was watching it, and I said, yo, they got him, man. They got to him somehow. They got to him. Even, salute Quiet Storm, even Evander Holyfield watched the second fight and said, man, you don't forget how to fight in 24 hours. That was ridiculous. But ain't nobody seen anything, right? Y'all didn't see anything, right? And you blue-nosed baboons celebrated. All of a sudden, y'all were Fury fans. And yeah, I seen it. I seen it. I seen it all. And things started to unravel. Spun the block, went to the first fight. His glove wasn't on correctly in the first fight. And it was Charles Martin that caught that. What, y'all don't believe me? Wait a minute. Does that glove look like it's permanently affixed to that man's hand? What did Jack Reese say? Those are big guys. Gloves slip off. No, they don't. Not like that. That's his knuckle, man. Fat ass Ricky Hatton talk about, oh, he said, pull me glove up, pull me. You helped that man cheat. He's a gypsy. This is what they do. Don't get mad at me. A gypsy told me that. That's what we do. Cheat to win. Don't blame me. They said it. But nobody's seen anything, right? And we just race baiting and complaining and everything else, right? Remember everything you told me. And I'm talking about the fairness of the sport. I didn't care what race, culture, or creed. What about that sister, the 18-year-old down in Mexico? Forgot her name. But she got the shit beat out of her and had a meltdown in the ring, had a seizure in the ring, went to the hospital and died. Remember that? I did a video on that. Y'all forgot? I forgot her name. But when it happened, I did a video on it. I said, yo, this is unfortunate. And then people started doing research, said, hey, man, she shouldn't have been in the ring with that woman. The matchmakers are to blame. Y'all forgot this? Y'all don't remember I did a video saying, hey, man, Victor Conti it has a supplement company. Y'all cool with him working with boxers? I asked y'all that. Everything is shut up, Drew. You race baiting, Drew. Okay. And I left it alone. Ryan Garcia pops dirty, and y'all bringing up Victor Conti, who had absolutely nothing to do with anything. But I asked y'all dummies. Nothing? Y'all got nothing? Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. So now they want the heads of Joseph Cooper and Terrell Williams. Sorry. Nope. Let's just chalk this up to boxing. Let's do that. Renzo, salute. Yep. This is boxing. How many times y'all heard me say this is a scumbag business? How many times you heard me say that? How many times you heard me say that? It's a scumbag business. I just showed you yesterday. You Google the referee for Wilder Fury 3, Ortega comes up. He was supposed to be the ref. They changed it at the final hour. I had to call Tay Jones and say, yo, you know they changed the ref? He didn't know. And he's in the fucking camp. They didn't know. He said, all right, well, Fury got to go in 4. And I'll be damned, Fury was gone in 4, and who saved him? This dude, Russell Mora. Chad Does, no, Terrell is not guilty. Chalk it up to boxing. He's not guilty. Go watch the fight. He's not guilty. He was in there fighting. Y'all want to blame Joseph Cooper? You could try. Go ahead and try. Ain't gonna work. They said this man should be on trial for murder. Watch this. Did Prichard not have a corner that was supposed to look at their fight and say, yo, man, no. I'm not letting you go back out there. How about this? Watch this. Chad, watch this. No. They weren't illegal. They weren't called. No. Now watch this, Chad, because I don't know where you were yesterday. Who's the man on the left? Tell me who he is. And while you're at it, I was just talking on Instagram to USS Cunningham. When he fought Tyson Fury back when he had hair, right here in my city, what happened to him? What happened to him, Chad? Fury got knocked on his ass. He got up and started leaning on him and cheating behind the head shots. And eventually, he won. He won. Chad, you don't know who he is? Sit back and just stop talking, because I'm educating right now. You don't know who this is. There's a reason why I have that man there. The referee of the Fury and Cunningham fight said, yo, listen, Tyson Fury is the dirtiest fighter I ever had to officiate. And I had Andrew Galata twice. Steve Cunningham wrote a letter to the New York Athletic Commission and said, hey, man, look at what this dude did. He violated every rule. He violated every rule. Nothing was done. Now, why do you think nothing was done? I just told you it was Tyson Fury, right? Hey, Chad, do you know who Daniel Kinahan is? Probably not. Thank you, Abel. It's Eddie Cotton, who he passed. But Eddie Cotton said, Tyson Fury's the dirtiest fighter I ever had to officiate, and I had Galata twice. So on YouTube, that's what he said. Nobody cried a river for Steve Cunningham. And this is Tyson Fury. Y'all remember what he did with the gloves? Y'all remember? Okay. Okay. What I'm telling y'all is, either you're going to chalk it up to boxing and just watch the sport, or you're going to call out everything that's corrupt, what I've been doing. Anthony, what up? Either you're going to do it or you're not. Are you going to call out all the nonsense or not? What are you going to do? What we doing here? Tell me what we doing. No, Terrell Williams should not be in jail. No, Joseph Cooper should not be in jail. This is boxing. This is the line that y'all drew in the sand. I've been telling y'all, boxing's messed up. Y'all don't want to listen. Chad says, nah, they murdered Cologne. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. All right, now watch this, Chad. Did they not try and murder Devin Haney? Chad, did they not try and murder Devin Haney? Your thoughts. Did they not try and murder Deontay Wilder? Your thoughts. Didn't even take away a damn point. That's what Chad says. You don't know who Russell Mora is. Huh? Alex, you're a bot. Block Alex. You know why you can't bring up Luis Ortiz? I'm talking about dirty in the sport. How many times did King Kong Ortiz pop dirty? Uh-oh. Watch out. And in their second fight, he forgot to list his blood pressure medication, which could be used as a masking agent, and Deontay still gave him an opportunity. Uh-oh. Alex, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Now, who wants to talk to me about Russell Mora? Chad, you don't know who Russell Mora is. Let's talk about it, because you missed it yesterday. Russell Mora was the official in Joseph Ekbeko versus Abner Mares. Abner Mares punched Ekbeko directly in his ball sack over 20 times. I'm not exaggerating on that number. Never took a point. And Ekbeko lost on the cards. Mora was reprimanded. But a couple of years later, magically, he's the head ref in Wilder Fury 3. I wonder how the hell that happened. You want to talk to me about how fucked off this sport is, or what we doing here? So Chad says, did Bill not say we're going to kill Ryan Garcia? Listen, Drew, I mess with you in your boxing talk, but let's be, you know what? Today's your day, Chad. Click the link and come up here, because I'm not going to type back and forth with you. I want to see what kind of person you are. Roberto Duran he talked about killing a bunch of people and sleeping with their wives. There's trash talk. Fighters saying they're going to kill each other in the ring. that's just all competition. But actually using a narcotic or altering your equipment, that's attempted murder. I've been saying that. Did Devin go in there with altered equipment or on drugs? Chad? Did he go in there and do that? Or did Ryan? Chad, how old are you? Anthony in that super chat salute, he said, hope you and the chat have an easy weekend. Also, love, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Every day is a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day. Block J56. Listen, my penis is reserved for females. So if you're not going to send your mama or your legal female siblings, don't come here with your nonsense. What Wilder is not is a cheater. He's been cheated. Chad, are you going to click the link and come up here? Let me know. If you're not, I told you to shut up. I told you to shut up. You said you don't know who Russell Mora is. I'm giving you the education. Were you even watching boxing when he officiated Mares versus Agbeko? Have you seen that fight? Nothing? Oh, now you don't want to talk. Now you don't want to talk. Don't say anything else unless you're ready to come up here and have a conversation. I asked you, how old are you? You're 26 years old. You're 26 years old. When did Mares... Wait, hold on. You don't know who Terrell Williams... you don't know who Russell Mora is. And you bringing up what was said about Ryan Garcia, two fighters trash talking. But not once have you ever said Ryan Garcia's wrong for what he said and what he did. You've never said that. Very interesting. Watch this. Chad, what is your ethnicity? Curious. What is your ethnicity? Joseph Agbeko was nut punched over 20 times by Abner Mares. And Agbeko still lost. And not a point was deducted. I don't know if Agbeko can even have children. I don't know. So this knuckle dragger says, Bill dropped my pay, so I have to drive a bus again. First of all, I never stopped driving a bus. They pay me 6 figures. I'm Gucci. And if Bill's paying me, well, if he was paying me, I don't think I'd be driving a bus, right? But stay right there. Stay on my penis. You're mixed black and white. But that's your white side talking, dude. And you're 26. Get an education. Don't come to me with this bullshit, dude. Don't do that. I'm literally old enough to be your father. Literally. You don't know what you're talking about. Looking to argue and you don't know the story behind what's going on? That's feminine, dude. That is feminine. I don't care what fighters say when they're trash talking leading up to a fight. What's worse? Deontay Wilder saying, oh, I'm going to kill Fury. Or Tyson Fury actually being on drugs and altering his equipment and actually trying to do it in the ring. What's worse? Trash talk or that shit? Cut it out. I speak for boxing. You dudes just want to D-suck. My brother boxologist in the building. Salute. Let's walk. I see you, Kyle the Face Stealer. Eric O, main biker. Salute. Don't talk to me about what's going on and you don't know who Russell Mora is. You didn't even take a minute to Google the name and say, well, who's he talking about? Why am I talking about? You think I just had this meme moving for no reason? You didn't even know who Joseph Cooper is. They're calling for his head. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. But these motherfuckers are actually online looking to make a case against this man. And I say no. Chalk it up to boxing. The same people that want this guy's head on a platter. Love on Ryan Garcia. Thank you, No Smoke. Adelaide Bird, anyone? Y'all even know who that is? Y'all remember who that is? Y'all remember the live I did about the judges? One of the judges, his last name is literally Cheatham. Tim Cheatham. That's his last name. Don't act like I haven't been on here calling out scorecards and refs. But now Prichard Cologne dies, and all of a sudden, y'all want justice. Expensive paper, salute. Let me wrench you up. Now y'all want justice? Y'all want justice. Y'all want justice. Y'all don't want to chalk it up to boxing no more, right? Yeah, y'all. Watch this. Stop crying. Stop whining. Monster Moose and my brother, Ann Bolton, salute. Now y'all want justice? This is boxing. Stop crying, right? Stop crying, right? Cap, what up? This is boxing. What are you crying for? Y'all wasn't even thinking about Prichard Cologne. Y'all wasn't. I was. Watch this. What's the name of the fighter that was done so bad in my city that his situation changed the New York State Athletic Commission? Do y'all even know that fighter's name? And I'm going to tell you why I bring that up. Do y'all know his name? Let me give you a hint. He's not American. Do y'all remember that situation? Want to know why I bring that up? I'll tell you why. Somebody mentioned King Kong Ortiz. Terrific. Ortiz Wilder won at the Barclays. Right? D got hurt real bad. D got hurt real bad. Real bad. And he held on. He was able to get out the round. The ref stopped the action to check. They called the doctor to check on Deontay. And stupid ass Paulie Maggs. Hey, Barley. Hey, Brooklyn. Barley. Hey, Barley. That motherfucker. They can't do that. I mean, they're cheating for Wilder. They can't do that. Idiot. The athletic commission changed the rules. Paulie. The doctor was acting within the guidelines of the rules. No, wasn't Joey Gamache. Wasn't Billy Collins. This happened, it was an accident that happened about, how many years ago was that? Almost a decade ago. It was a heavyweight bout. I'll give you another hint. It was a heavyweight bout. And the white non-American lost. And something happened with his brain. He went to the hospital, went into a coma. I think it was medically induced. And he's around now, but the family sued the New York State Athletic Commission and they won, which changed the rules. Now you see, I watch boxing, but motherfuckers come up in here and they try and argue with me. And they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Now y'all want to talk about rabbit punches. I don't. Rest in power, Prichard Cologne. But at the same time, you know what I can say? I told you. Told you. Somebody was going to kick the bucket. You know what it is? It's none of our fighters. It wasn't Errol. It's not Bud. It's not Devin. It's not Deontay. Because y'all so any fighter that we support, y'all want to kick the bucket in the ring. Because then I might have 1,000 trolls in there. Oh, yeah, Deontay dead. Oh, because that's how y'all are. But now y'all want to say, oh, rest in peace to Prichard Cologne. Oh, he died because of rabbit punches from a Terrell Williams. Oh, a nigga did it? And there was a nigga ref? Oh, we got to get them. Nope. Because it's boxing. Remember? Stop making excuses. Remember? No, I wasn't Joe Messi. Nope. Nope. Y'all can keep guessing. Y'all can keep guessing. Y'all can Google it. It's an open book exam. But that fighter, and what happened to him changed the rules in the New York State Athletic Commission. Because they were also sued for millions. Chucky B. Moore, salute. You see, Chad, sometimes you just got to shut up and listen. Stop hearing shit just to argue. I do things for a reason. And even right now, there's going to be some asshole talking about, oh, Drew's taking a shot at Prichard Cologne. No, I'm not. I'm speaking up on behalf of him. Yes, he should have been warned. Terrell should have been. Hey, don't do that. Later on, hey, don't do that again. He does it again, stop the fight. It's over. Thank you, Abel. That's the guy. Look up what happened to this guy. That's him. I knew you guys would never remember his name. He's one of those Russian Muslims. And I believe that fight may have been on HBO or Showtime or one of those, because I watched it. And he got stopped. He looked like Frankenstein at the end of that fight. And the guy he fought, I think he was Cuban, a black Cuban. It was weird. He was a black Cuban, but he lived in Scotland. It was crazy. And I believe they stopped Mike Perez. That was his name. The Dominican dude. It was on ESPN. Thank you. And Magomed went to the hospital and he was placed in a medically induced coma. And right now he's fucked up. What happened to him is what changed the rules. And that's what happened during the Ortiz and Wilder fight. They stopped to check on Deontay because he was hurt bad. Nah, I don't know. Something wrong with the rubber rant. I don't know that. Oh, Quiet Storm in that in the Rumble rant. Salute to you. If y'all sending me Rumble rants, let me know because I don't see it on StreamYard. Salute to you, Quiet Storm. $5 in that Rumble rant. Man, I appreciate you, brother. Salute to you. Thank you so much. Nah, it works over there, Mr. Shelton. Lambrowski said he took a taxi to the hospital? Sheesh. I ain't know that. That's crazy. Chad, stop fussing with me just to fuss, bro. That's my game to you. I'm giving you free game. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Jim, what up? I asked you, did you know who Russell Mora is? If you don't know why I have this meme doing this, then you really need to just listen. Abner Mares kept uppercutting Ebeko in the balls because Russell Mora didn't do anything. Even the crowd was like, oh, what? And at the end, when Mares won, listen to the crowd. They were like, oh, come on, bro. And he was suspended for that. So years later, I'm like, how the fuck does he get an opportunity to referee a heavyweight championship to this magnitude? How did he get that? I said, oh, crap. Shenanigans. Daniel Kinahan, hard at work. So if you don't know who Russell Mora is, you don't know who Daniel Kinahan is, you didn't watch Ebeko versus Mares, please stop talking. And don't talk to me about no Joseph Cooper locking him up in death threats and Terrell Williams. Leave it alone. It's over. It happened. It happened. Because if you're going to call for blood for all of them, I got a list of things I need done. Daniel Kinahan is about to burn and do a lifetime in prison. But nothing he did in boxing is going to be brought up in the court hearings. Nothing. And he did enough. And if someone keeps turning their head to get hit in the back of their head, how many times you saw a ref say, hey, man, that was behind the back, that was behind your head, but you keep turning? How many times you saw a fight where a ref had to tell the person, stop turning that way, and you might not get hit in the head? Bro, a few of those punches behind the head was that. Because the other side to that is, Prichard was getting worked. He didn't know how to deal with it. His corner didn't know what to tell him. So he kept turning in the bad direction, a lot of it. But you don't want to talk about that. But it's a reality, and it's a tough reality. And it's a hard conversation to have because the kid lost his life. But with all things being fair, y'all don't care about, wait a minute, hold on. Y'all don't care about fairness. Y'all don't care about fairness. I'm still hearing big lip knuckle draggers talking about, I can't see the left hook. Racist Latinos talking about, I can't see the left hook. Watch this. I can't unsee the left hook, the right hook, the uppercut, and the body shots that Margarito delivered to Miguel Cotto in their first fight. Now that sounds very messed up, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Sounds wrong, right? Well, Margarito cheated. The first fight? I mean, we could say that, but was he caught? Uh-oh. Watch out. Should Richard still go to prison? Should Richard still go to prison? All the cats my age know why I'm asking that. Should Richard still go to prison? Was he on Chavez's payroll? I don't know. But we're going to chalk that up to boxing, though, right? Got it. Chad does ask me, how do we make boxing better? Well, you need to follow my YouTube channel. I've been talking about it. Y'all remember I did that live stream when the Olympics, the Summer Olympics said, yo, boxing is so corrupt. We're about to off. We're about to off boxing in the Summer Olympics. Y'all remember my live stream when I said, hold on. They didn't say because it's boring and no one watches it. They said They said it's corrupt. That's what they said. They didn't say which country. They just said boxing is so corrupt in the Olympics, we just want to do away with it. And I said, oh, shit. I wish y'all had said this before Roy Jones Jr. got robbed in the Olympics. Y'all remember that? I wish y'all had said this before Floyd Mayweather Jr. got robbed in the Olympics. I wish y'all had said that. But something happened which made them say that. Do you know why I did that live? Because I said, yeah, boxing is corrupt. Do away with it in the Olympics. You know why I did that live? Y'all remember? Let me remind you. Because somebody came in and said, do not get rid of the Summer Olympics. That's where some of our best talent comes from. I will come and help you make it better. Who was that person? Mauricio Sillyman.
Whoa!
And I said, I'd rather see it gone. Because Mauricio Sillyman is the last motherfucker you want him to come in there and fix anything that's corrupt. He's as corrupt as they come. He's supposed to save boxing in the Olympics? Him? That guy? Him? That allowed Alejandro, her man ass, to fight Franchon Cruz-Dezurn. And when we said, hey, man, what's up with her? She like a dude. He said, y'all bullying her because she's gay. We said, yo, we know she's gay. We're asking, was she drug tested, and what did we find out? Oh, there's a problem right there. She's trying to grow a whole penis.
Get your hand off my penis!
She was going through a whole sex change. So Franchon Cruz-Dezurn was really in there with a whole nigga. That's right. That guy that flew down to the Middle East to meet with Daniel Kinahan. And when niggas told him, they said, yo, Mauricio, that guy is a worldwide criminal. He said, shut up. I'm judging him. He said, I'm not Interpol. I'm not the police. I'm judging him based off what he does for boxing moving forward. And literally that week, America dropped a $5 million bounty on his head for any information leading to his arrest. And what did Mauricio Sillyman say? I made a mistake. After you done took your ass down there and made some money, right? Who else was down there? Oh, you DOG, my brother, Hen Dog, salute. You know who else was down there? This motherfucker. Rick Glasser was down there. Oh, wait, hold on. I lost some followers today because of my support of Daniel Kinahan's presence in boxing, and I will continue to support all those that are assets to the betterment of the sport and business of professional #boxing. And no, he used the wrong no. This tweet is not getting deleted. This was April 12th of 2022. Curious, did he take this down? Because right now, Daniel Kinahan was locked up and he was extradited to where? Ireland. This motherfucker was flown out to the Middle East to talk to Daniel Kinahan. And y'all want to talk to me about boxing. Y'all want to talk to me about locking people up. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Now y'all want motherfuckers in jail? Oh man, just let 2 people be in the ring that are black, and all of a sudden, y'all want the death penalty in jail. Motherfuckers putting up a meme somehow like he's still at large. He's still a free man, like he committed a crime. If you open up this case, you got to open up everything. Never forget, Tyson Fury, with his affiliation with Daniel Kinahan, he wasn't allowed in America until fairly recently. He was banned from America. Him and his brother. Nobody want to talk about that except who? Me. Not ESPN, not Fox Sports. Nobody talked about it. Not Showbiz. Right? These nuts, DAZN, Akim Barak, nobody spoke on that. I did. Now stop me when I'm lying. Coach Malakoon, nobody brought that up. I did. I said, well, if this guy's not a criminal, why is he not allowed in the fucking country? What's up with that? What happened to Daniel Kinahan's boxing organization? MTK Global, what happened to it? Where is it? They went from rounding up all the fighters to just disappearing. Where'd they go? But y'all want to talk to me about locking up Joseph Cooper and Terrell Williams? I watched Akbeko versus Mares, and I said, everybody need to be in jail. The sanctioning bodies, the athletic commission, Russell Mora, Abner Mares not so much because he's in there and he should have been DQ'd. But Mora didn't do anything. Yeah, no smoke. Hey, you know what happened to Louis Resto? You know what happened to him? He was living right here in the Bronx for a while. You know what happened to him? He lost his career. You know what happened to Panama Lewis? Lost his career. Fine. I'm not arguing that. If they cheated, they cheated. And they got caught. Fine. But there's people right now today that's done far worse than those two dudes. Far worse. And they're walking around like this motherfucker on the left, like nothing happened. Y'all want to talk to me about who should get locked up. You're crazy. I was looking for the smoke for that fool yesterday on Instagram. Y'all know why nothing happened to Terrell. I said, why? Because he's black. Everybody on that thread gave him the business. Fucking idiot. Clown Deontay Wilder. Dara, what up? Clown Deontay. In everything we have is actual facts. Daniel Kinahan's on his way to prison. He's locked up right now. The damage was done. Exactly, Shelton. When it's black people, y'all ready to throw the book at us, aren't y'all? Y'all want jail. Y'all want the death penalty. Y'all want all that. I get on here and say, hey, man, what happened to Cotto was wrong. Yeah, you right, Drew. Yeah, that's why I fucks with you, Drew. Yeah, you right. Man, what happened to Kermit Cintron is messed up. No, man, you right, Drew. You right. Ain't that right? I say, hey, man, what happened to Joseph Akbeko is fucked up. Huh? What happened? Oh, man, I wasn't watching boxing at the time. Huh? Yeah, what? I don't know who Russell Mora is. Wait, what happened? Oh, man, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, now you don't know. Now you're diplomatic when it comes to shit like this. I bring up Akbeko and Mares, and then I fast forward, and even online, I showed you. They tell you that Ortega was the ref for Wilder Fury 3, and they changed it while we was in Vegas, bruh. And I said, why the fuck they did that? And I said, wait a minute, Russell Mora, I know that name. And I got on my phone. And I said, oh, shit, this is the guy from the Akbeko fight? Oh, my God. And I called Tay Jones. I said, bro, how the fuck did I know that and they team didn't know that? I bring up what happened to Devin. All of a sudden, y'all are experts on steroids, and it was only a billionth of a gram, and Devin's brother knew, and Victor Conti, and all this other shit. Turns right around, gets in the ring with Rolly Romero, and gets knocked on his ass in the second round, and was never in the fight. Now, how do you fathom that? So y'all could look at what happened with Shane Mosley and Margarito and spin the block and go back to what happened with Cotto, and y'all could put two and two together, but you can't look at Romero versus Ryan Garcia and look at Devin Haney, and y'all can't do math all of a sudden? All of a sudden. And Devin still wants to run it back. And Ryan is still lying. But y'all believe every word he says. He gets to wrestle in the WWE. He gets to late night with Jimmy Kimmel. Like he didn't say anything. He didn't say shit. Hey, Chad, your thoughts on Ryan Garcia? And talk to me from the side of your parents that are black. I don't know if it's your mom or your dad. Your thoughts on that? Are you fucking kidding me? That's right, Mark. That billionth was still like thousands of grams over the limit. That would have been allowable in Vegas. And by the way, he tried to make the fight in Vegas. That's how you know he was cycling. And got caught. That's why I say anybody that accepts Ryan Garcia, don't even talk to me, dude. Especially if you're black. Don't even speak to me. Don't even speak to me. Do not even speak to me. Don't talk him up. I don't want to hear it. You big lip knuckle draggers. Devin, he couldn't get out the way of the left hook. Your mama couldn't get it out of the way of 5 different penises, which is why your ass don't know who your daddy is. And you ain't grow up with him in the house. Shut up. Shut up.
Do you suck dicks?
I just saw a picture of Ryan Garcia, and let me tell you something. He's trolling the whole community, bro. He's trolling the whole community because some of you niggas accept it. I just saw a selfie with him and James Toney and some other clown. And I say, what is James doing? Keyshawn Davis doing fake face-offs with him in a club. All this smoke for Devin Haney. He tried to pay your dumbass. And you said no. Delano, my brother, salute. And by the way, I got some information. Well, I'm going to give my 2 cents on Shakur ducking your man. Because if he's not fighting Keyshawn and he's not fighting Devin, he should be fighting Gary Russell. So everyone's worried about what Devin's doing, but nobody is worried about what is Shakur doing next? You know what? At this point, I don't even care. I'm not paying a pay-per-view rate to watch him fight. He's pillow-fisted. He's not a knockout artist. He's not exciting. He's a pretty good boxer. But after this last stunt he pulled, you know what I would like to see? Ray Ford come out and say, yo, you know what? I'm coming to 135 to fight you, Shakur, because you set me up for failure. You ban. You know what? I'm tired of watching my mouth. Go to Rumble, y'all. We closing up YouTube. Go to Rumble right now. Click the link. Go to Rumble. Go to Rumble right now. Sick of this. Sick of this. Go to Rumble. Go to Rumble. The link is there. Who doesn't have the Rumble link? It's there. Who doesn't see it? It's pinned. Y'all see it? Salute, Sam Mac. Go to Rumble right now. The link is pinned. Go to Rumble. We done on YouTube.